Hello everyone and welcome back to the Divine Speaker extended demo. If you'd like to play the demo yourself, there is a link in the description. If you'd like to support the devs, there's also a link in the description. During the in-between recording sessions here, I realized that I should probably pick the decisions that I wouldn't have picked in my main game, because I'm not sure if in the main game you'll be able to skip the extended demo, because I'm not sure how important these options are, or if there's a way that it's going to remember your save or something. If not, then we're going to go through the whole thing, and I'm going to know which choices I want to do up until the extended demo. But we'll get there when we'll get there, which I don't know when that will be, but we'll get there. Cool? Nice. Awesome. Amazing. I pushed aside the heavy curtain and followed Leos inside. Just inside the entrance, a young woman sat knelt in front of a large, round dish of water. Her fingers danced over the surface. When she noticed Leos, she looked up at him calmly. I quickly caught up with him and listened in on their conversation.
Our healers aren't too busy today. If you wait a moment, I'll see if one can see you.
Sure. I love sitting around, waiting.
She looked me up and down before standing and pushing aside another curtain that led further inside. On the way past, she smiled at me kindly. She quietly said a few words through the drapery before approaching the two of us again.
Is this a friend?
Friend? No. Acquaintance at most, even that's a stretch.
Oh. Maybe he's still mad about earlier.
I see. I spoke to our lead healer, and she'll be free in a moment.
Without a word, Leos turned and sat a distance away from me. I followed along beside him, sitting as close as I could get away with. Well, this is awkward. You don't need to fill the silence, Rain. Oh my god.
Leos?
What now?
I'm really sorry about before. I didn't mean to upset.
I'm not upset. Okay, I'm annoyed. I just wanted to ask, are you actually stupid? Where on the idiot scale would you put yourself?
What? No!
You could have fooled me.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
And I'm not a very nice person. Stop trying to see something that doesn't exist.
Oh.
Look, I'm
Please, follow me.
I'll have to make sure to apologize properly later. It's not like we get along well in the first place, but fighting like this is pointless. For now, I'll just make sure he's alright. I followed behind Leos hesitantly, waiting for him to tell me to wait here.
Let's just get this over with, and then we can figure out our next steps. I don't want to spend any more time here than absolutely necessary.
Alright.
It's hard to read his thoughts. One moment we're fighting, and the next he almost looks like he appreciates me being here. Probably my imagination, but when he stares at me like that, I can feel my cheeks burning up. Kind of weird. We silently followed the healer through another thick curtain. Inside, she knelt down and motioned for us to do the same.
It was Leos, right? My name is Oriana, and I lead the other healers here.
Uh-huh. Nice to meet you.
And is this a partner?
Sure, whatever you want. Can you hurry this up?
Leos, please, just be nice. Sorry about him. It's been
Leos raised his brows at me.
a long few days.
I'll make this as fast as possible then. So, I heard you had a fall a few days ago. A pain in your ankle and slight dreariness, which you assume came from hitting your head?
Leos really is a quick thinker. He must have came up with a fake story on the spot. I suppose telling random people that you lit a house on fire and then exploded wouldn't be a great idea.
That's what I said, right? The headaches and the dreariness are gone now.
That's good news. If you hit your head, I'd be worried if you were still dizzy.
She pulled out various herbal concoctions and handed them to Leos to drink. Without complaint, he took one after another. She checked his temperature and eyes and rubbed various ointments around his head and throat. The healers here are very different to Aurelia Cavella's by the looks of it.
I'm happy with your condition. Your temperature seems normal, and your eyes don't have any cloudiness to them. I don't think you have anything to be worried about. I'll quickly have a feel of your ankle just to be sure. Put your leg out. Tell me if anything hurts.
Leos put his leg out and removed his boot as he was told. Oriana gently touched his ankles, comparing them to each other. Leo's face kept screwing up in pain, but not enough for her to notice. I noticed, though. I watched his face closely. I think he's trying to keep it a secret. Why? Why come to a healer just to be like that?
I think it was there.
I pointed out the spot that kept making Leos flinch to her. Leos. I swear, someday I'll learn! Leos, well, he looked a little surprised for a moment, but quickly turned his face away from me. Is he embarrassed? I love when he blushes.
Just here.
I gently poked his ankle and he sucked in a breath.
It hurts, right?
No.
Stop lying.
Can you stop being so stubborn for just 1 minute? You might think otherwise, but I'm not an idiot. I can see the look on your face. Even if you don't want to admit it, it needs to be checked out. Since you won't help yourself, I'm going to do it for you. And no, you can't stop me. So,
I turned back towards Oriana.
please, just check his ankle and we'll be out of your hair.
You're very lucky to have this boy, you know.
Yeah. Lucky me.
He took the rest of his visit seriously, answering questions properly and generally being helpful. It took only a few minutes and Leos was lacing his boots back up.
You got lucky this time. It looks like it's just a strain, so try to rest as much as you can. It shouldn't take long to heal, but don't put too much pressure on it.
She stood up and parted the curtains for us.
It was nice to meet the two of you. I don't expect you'll need to come back in, and the first appraisal is free. Good luck with the healing.
Thank you, miss.
You're very welcome. You look after him and make sure he rests that foot up for me.
Of course I will.
Look, this is nice and all, but can we leave already?
He's like a child sometimes.
All right. Goodbye, and thanks again.
As we left the tent, Leo nudged my arm. I turned to face him and... glancing between me and the ground, he gently ruffled my hair. Aww.
Hey, thanks. But don't ever do that again.
No stopping Rain, he'll do what he wants.
What?
Patches of pink spread across his cheeks. It's not the first time I've seen him act slightly strange, but it's definitely the most shocking.
I didn't do anything special. I just wanted to make sure that you take care of yourself. It's easy to forget yourself when you're busy looking after other people.
I'm not looking after you.
You kind of are. You don't have to sound so offended, though.
No, I mean, I don't mind.
You don't mind?
Just stop pushing your luck, okay? I won't always be around to protect you.
Why? Where are you going?
I don't mean now, idiot, later.
Oh. Obviously he won't be around forever. This was only a short-term arrangement. Still, it hurts a little. I know he didn't have the best introduction, but he's defended me more than once already. I don't expect him to be around me forever though, right? That'd be silly. So why is it still a little painful?
It does still hurt, right?
I pointed at his ankle.
A little. I didn't think you'd notice.
I'm always watching your face, so I could tell right away. Try to take it easy, okay? And really, I'm sorry for earlier.
He stared into my eyes. For once I couldn't even see a trace of his usual smugness.
We should, head back, I think.
Yeah.
Awkwardly, he removed the hand from the top of my head. Once he wasn't looking, I felt at the spot where he was touching only a moment before. It felt warm. Fawn, where are you? We're back! It didn't take long for the two of us to reach the inn, where we found Fawn sitting alone at a table. The rest of the room was empty. Baby boy! Why are you sitting alone? You need friends. As we approached, he turned to us and smiled.
Did it go okay?
No. I'm dying. Mouse boy, I need you to take care of my kids.
What?
Don't be an idiot. He's fine. He just has to take it easy for a couple days. Isn't that right?
Yeah, whatever. You ruined my fun, though.
Leos pulled out a chair and sat down with Fawn. I guess I'll do the same then. Nikos was nowhere in sight, so the three of us sat alone in the inn. Outside, a few people bustled around. The sun's still high in the sky.
So, what do we do from here on out? What can we do?
What do we even have to do? We might as well make ourselves comfortable here for a while. We don't have anywhere else to go. Honestly, what do you even mean by we? I only came with you because I had to. I see no reason to stick around.
You like us, come on, don't hide your feelings.
I guess so. But you can't just run off alone. Where would you even go?
Wouldn't it be rude if we just kept staying here, though?
We can't rely on Nico's good nature forever.
And what do you suggest?
I don't know.
Then why bother opening your mouth?
Sorry.
For now.
Kaz? Is that you?
Oh, who is it? This is, if this just confirms the fact that maybe Caspian the prince is actually his Rain's father, I'm going to flip. This early on, are you already gonna confirm? Oh my god. The door to the tavern opened with a creak.
Huh? Sorry, I think you've...
Unless he is the prince and he's been de-aged. That's a thought. That's something.
Caspian! It is you!
Wait, no. Because then the divine speaker is like, you look just like your father, so no. Who is this? Who is thinking that we're our father? Doesn't that mean we're short? Our father is short? Wouldn't he look older by now? Wait, what?
You haven't aged a day! How long's it been?
See? Okay. So that means Caspian hasn't been around for a while then. I looked up from where I was sitting. An older man was standing by our table, looking into my face eagerly. That name, where have I've heard it before. You're already forgetting? Are you kidding me?
He's not...
That's it.
It has. How long would you say it's been, really?
Fawn and Leos flashed me a confused look, but I ignored him. If this is what I think it is.
Well, it's been a good 18 or 19 years, surely.
Ah. Then wouldn't it mean that he left? Either Rain is older than he thinks he is, or the prince left pretty, just as around the time that he was born, within that year.
What brings you back through these parts?
Oh, just a bit of travel. Say, you remember that last time we met? My memory must be giving out on me. Whereabouts was I headed again?
You're still the same old guy after all. You were on your way to Oxamer, right?
Of course. How could I forget?
Anyway, it was great seeing you again. We should catch up sometime, if you'll be around these parts.
Oh, sure. I'll be around town, so drop by again sometime.
The old man turned and left. A silence filled the room.
What just happened?
Caspian?
This is it.
I pulled the book from... I know how to read. I pulled the book out from my clothes and set it down on the table for everyone to see.
He could still be alive.
What are you talking about? Slow down and explain yourself.
I mentioned it a few days ago, but I never thought to show you the actual book. When I was in the Speaker's archive, I found so many books. I didn't think about it until now, but one was called Sid Kaum. Fawn, you said that's a city out here, right? Why would he own a book like that? Everything inside was scribbled out. Does that mean the Speaker does know something about this place? But more importantly, I found this. Look at this. It matches. But I can't read it. The page before, though, I can read. It's some kind of bloodline, which I can only assume is the royal family. Or was. It ends in Prince Caspian, dated 37 years ago.
Fawn and Leos leant in closer to look at the book and listen to my ramblings.
I thought that he must be dead because of what Leos told me before. And I was disappointed because it was my only lead. But if he was seen here 18 or 19 years ago, he could still be alive.
But he's from Aurelia Cavella too. How would he know to come here?
Maybe we weren't the first to leave. Before, you told me that he was assumed dead. Could it be possible that he lived and escaped instead? And came here? The first town outside of the forest?
But they told me... it could be possible, yes. I didn't see his body.
Didn't see his... Did he witness, like, the killing of the royal family? It made me nervous. There's mysteries on top of mysteries. Because we don't know what Fawn's deal is. We're just uncovering, like, little bits and pieces of Leos' stuff.
But why did he mistake you for him?
I don't know.
This is gonna be... I keep saying this over and over again, but this is just gonna be an amazing game. I can feel it in my bones.
We could look similar, but I'm not sure. He could also just be a delirious old man.
I thought on it for a moment, but even if I did look like him, no one ever told me at home. Look, we've established that town is, like, sus. All of it is sus. Probably people, like, being made to forget, or anyone that could remember has been taken care of, so...
Caspian. He might know something about these markings. I have to find him. But... I won't force you to come with me. I couldn't. We've already done so much together. It was a real journey.
I'm coming with you.
Me too.
What? I just said...
I've spent enough time around you to know you'll easily get yourself killed if you go by yourself. Unfortunately, I owe you one.
And I just want to come with you. I don't want to stay here alone.
Guys, thank you so much.
You can thank me later when I save you from Flower Boy cooking you up for dinner.
What? I don't eat people.
Oh, of course not.
He turned his eyes back to me.
The real question is, why didn't you tell me about this before? Do you think keeping secrets will help you find him?
A minute ago, you were telling me I'm too trusting.
And it's not like he knows everything yet. That strange thing that happened with Fawn.
I've heard of Oxabur. It's pretty far from here. A few days' walk at least.
How are we meant to get there if walking isn't an option then, huh?
Maybe you could hitch a ride on the wagon? Whoops! Didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, for the love of... Yes, you did mean to scare them.
Where do you keep popping up from?
I heard you talking about Oxabur just now, so I thought I'd give you a suggestion. Traders from Oxabur regularly bring their, goods to sell at the local markets and back alleys. And they return with empty wagons. I'm sure if you ask nicely enough, one will let you hitch a ride.
That's a great idea.
You're sus though. They're ... goods?
But what do you mean, in back alleys?
Oxabur is known for its... well, it's glass. High quality, tough stuff. So they have a lot of... questionable goods. You'll find out when you get there, I'm sure.
Don't sweat drop at us and then just be like, oh, it's fine.
I see. Where can we find them then?
If you head north, towards the outskirts of the town is our major stables. They usually park their carts up there. I'm sure if you ask around, you'll find someone heading to Oxabur.
Then that's where we're headed.
And take this. It's only a measly sum, but you earned it last night.
He handed over a small jingly sack.
I'll look after that. I don't trust you not to get robbed. Again.
Leo's plucked the bag out of my hands, probably for the best.
Nikos, thank you. I don't know how, but I'll definitely repay you for this.
Sure. Come by someday and perform for me again.
Of course.
We said our final goodbye to Nikos. I hope the day comes when I can repay him for this.
So, we're gonna go from driver to driver, one at a time, and ask if they'll let 3 guys sit in the back.
Oh my god, my eyes just like did like a little freak out because of the color Change. Sunset filter. On. Okay, I'm fine.
I guess so?
The worst they can do is say no.
I don't trust you not to run your mouth again. Let me do the talking.
Outside, it was cooling down as the sun started to set over the horizon. Birds jumped from branch to branch of nearby trees and sung a beautiful song. It reminds me of the strange guy last night and his pet bird. We headed north and eventually came across the village stables. They were filled with dozens of vehicles, from wagons and carts to full-blown carriages. One in particular caught my eye, black with the golden trim and polished to perfection. Unfortunately, the driver was nowhere to be seen. Not that someone with obvious riches would let 3 dirty guys sit in the back. In fact, not many of the drivers were here at all. Most sat empty, the stables being nearly devoid of life.
Is there anyone around?
Look.
Fawn pointed to a pile of wooden boxes with a large man sat and picked at his fingernails.
I'll go.
No.
Leos approached the man quietly and tapped him on the shoulder.
We're looking for someone that'll give us a ride to Oxybor. You know anyone?
He remained silent, staring at Leos' eyes before grunting and pointing his chin to the other direction. Who are you? You're pretty, ooh. When I turned to look, I couldn't help but be surprised. Sitting in the driver's seat of the cart was a woman with big, messy hair staring into the distance. I know Leos told me to stay quiet, but...
Hello, miss?
She cast her large eyes down at me.
Yes?
My friends and I were looking for transport to Oxybor, but we don't know the way. Is this your wagon?
Her wagon was average-looking, wooden, and a little rough around the edges, but sturdy. Could easily hold us in the back.
To Oxybor?
She looked us up and down before her eyes finally settled on me again.
Yes, this is my wagon. Why are you going there?
We're looking for someone. A friend.
I see.
Are you going to Oxybor?
Me?
Yes?
I am.
This is going nowhere pretty fast.
Miss, would you let us come with you?
Didn't I already say yes?
No, you didn't. Is this girl some kind of...
Shh. Thank you. When do you leave?
I leave now.
This is sus. What's happening? I don't trust anyone. I only trust our little group, and that's it. And even then, I'm like a little, there's secrets going on, and it's making me troubled. Maybe she's just a little shy.
Do we just, get on the back?
Please.
We climbed in the back after her. Don't understand.
How long does it take to get to Oxybor, miss?
She spoke with her back turned to us, moving barrels and crates to make room for us. It's actually pretty spacious back here.
Half a day. We should be there by sunup tomorrow.
I see. We can't thank you enough, really.
Well, I was on my way back anyway.
Why don't we introduce ourselves?
Good idea. My name's Rain.
You can call me Leos, if you must.
I'm fine.
Her eyes stuck on Fawn for a moment before she opened her mouth.
My name is Lilas. Tell me, where are you from?
Not here.
Me? I live by myself. I mean...
He lives alone not far from here.
Really? Your face reminds me of a customer of mine. Have you ever been to Cliffspire?
Oh no. Discovering things. Secrets being revealed. What's going on? That just, well, Fawn has a pretty distinctive, kind of feature, so, and we haven't seen, any other characters that have kind of the same features, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Never mind, I said nothing. Huh? That's a weird reaction. He was fumbling over his words and staring at the ground. That itself isn't much different to his usual, but...
You must have the wrong guy. He's Aurelian, through and through.
Leo's head's dropped to his palm. Sorry, Leos. I had to help him somehow.
I see. Well, no matter. Tell me more of the friend you're looking for.
You didn't question it. By now, the sky was slowly darkening, and stars were beginning to peek out from above.
We're looking for a man named Caspian. He traveled through these parts many years ago.
Caspian. I'm afraid I've never heard of him. Oxabor is a small place, so I'm sure you'll find out something.
You said you sell stuff, right?
Fawn looks toward Lilas.
So, what exactly do you sell?
I sell happiness to every corner, and hopefully, one day, beyond.
That's a strange description. Happiness. That could be anything.
I see.
It's about time we leave then.
She climbs into the driver's seat and took the reins between her slender hands. She pet the single horse lightly, and it neighed at her touch. With only a slight movement, the horse began pulling the cart slowly through the streets. Lanterns inside the houses of Stagwitch were slowly coming to life. Nothing beats the atmosphere of a town at night. What's that sound?
There we go.
Oh my god, what are you doing here? Everything shook as someone catapulted into the back of the wagon.
Oh, God.
Yo.
Don't yo me, excuse?
Another friend?
No, we still don't know his name as a group. I actually personally don't remember his name, even though I've seen him on the socials.
Nope.
We're all the best of friends. Feel free to keep going.
As you wish.
For fuck's sake, what is it now? Did you not harass us enough yesterday?
Hey, I'm just looking for a ride to Oxabor. Surely you have enough room for one more.
You're going to Oxabor too? What for?
Oh, you know, sightseeing. We're travelers. You've never heard of the Oxabor glassblowers?
What a pairing. A crazy man and his bird traveling the world together. Are you keeping it around in case you get hungry?
You know me so well already. You're making me blush.
Oh my god. You met your match, man. You met your match. The bird Varus hopped from his head to his shoulder, tweeting along the way.
Do I seriously have to sit in an enclosed space with him until tomorrow? God, I think I'd rather walk.
More room for me, then.
It's fine, Leos.
I elbowed him lightly and whispered into his ear.
It's just one night.
We didn't get much of a chance to talk last night anyway. This is a great opportunity to get to know each other.
Then you can start with introducing yourself properly.
Didn't you hear? I go by Fox now.
The man's eyes went to his shoulder, where his bird pecked him lightly. Quickly, he looked back to me.
Actually, I was a little curious. A little birdie told me just the other day Stagwitch was filled with smoke. Apparently there was a fire in the nearby forest. Did you guys see that?
No. No, not at all. Nope.
The fire? You could see it from here?
Oh? Were you closer to it?
Yeah,
Leos wrapped his arm around me and covered my mouth.
I'm sure a decent group like yourselves wouldn't have had anything to do with it, right?
No, we were not part of that. No, we didn't cause it, at least.
Of course not.
He smirked at us.
Of course not. You just happened to arrive the next day, right?
How did you...
I'm glad we managed to hear the walking kaleidoscope sing, at least. Oh, what a voice. The long trip out to Stagwitch was worth it for that alone.
The bird pecked at him again, and the man glanced back towards him. Is this how it shows affection? Maybe it wants to be pet. Noticing my gaze, the green-haired man gently ran a single finger over the bird's head and it stopped.
You know, I also heard some weird rumors going around town. Someone with a curse appearing in the middle of the night. I doubt that the knowledge level of anyone in Stagwitch is very high, though. They're simple people. Anything slightly strange, they'll call it a curse or a demon.
Good thing we're out of there. He eyed me up closely.
A fire in the middle of a forest and someone with a curse appearing in the small town of Stagwitch. I wonder, could these two things be connected?
I don't know why you're asking me. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just thinking out loud.
Ah. The guy put me on edge. He acts friendly, but it's like there's something else he's after too. It's a little suspicious.
Come on, I'm a friend. No need to look so tense.
Oh.
I'm an open book. Ask me any questions you want. There's nothing I don't know.
Nothing? I mean, how full of yourself can you get?
Funny coming from him. Anyway, this could be a good opportunity. But you know, how did you and Varys meet? Have you ever been in love? No. How did you and Varys meet? Did I do that? I'm forgetting how to say names all over the place. Let's go.
Actually, I was a little curious myself. Your bird was named Varys, right? Where did you find him?
Find him? He's the one that found me. Let's be honest. No one could resist my charms. I don't even have to open my mouth to... Ow! Okay.
The bird pecked him on the neck, making him jump.
All right. I'm partial to a little music myself and play a few instruments. I'd play a few times a week outside, and I noticed a little bluebird would come and listen. One thing led to another, and Varys decided to come with me. Seduced by my music instead of my charm.
Seduced?
Do wild animals usually...
That's not too different to fawn, really. Keeping wild animals.
I wanted to ask, but...
His eyes lit up again.
Can you talk to animals?
Don't be stupid.
Well, fawn can.
In a way, sure.
Not another one.
Since you guys asked me 2 questions, it's only fair that I ask another, right?
Oh,
Then my question is, have any of you ever seen a demon?
No? I don't think we have.
What?
A demon. You haven't then, Red?
Unless you're calling him a demon, then... I mean, Leos can be very vicious.
I have a name.
Leos?
You know what? It's actually worse hearing you say my name.
What's your answer?
I never heard of him.
That leaves 1.
Me?
Fawn's hands balled into fists in his lap.
I don't think I mean...
Oh, this is interesting. The quietest one, the least likely one, knows something?
No, I just... Once, I think I saw some kind of demon. Are demons really evil?
That's a decision you've got to make for yourself.
Oh, fucking please.
But that means he's gonna keep asking us questions. I don't want to do this. You know what? I'm gonna leave probably these for you guys to do. Or do I? No, we're doing it.
Have you been to Oxabor before?
Just the once.
What do you know about it?
For the last 100 years or so, it's mostly been run by the Morano family. They aren't technically in charge, but they control the glass industry. Everyone else is basically eating out of their hands.
The glass industry?
Nikos brought that up too.
When the Moranos arrived, Oxabor glass was so rare that only the rich could afford it. They capitalized on it hard and brought glass to the general populace. They bought terrain and heavy-duty equipment and financed the other companies that already existed. They basically bought the place out. Instead of using sand from Stagwitch and other nearby beaches, they started importing from the countries beyond the sea. Apparently, the sand is endless there, but I've never seen it myself to confirm that. It's a little strange. When they arrived, they were already drowning in riches. Where did they come from?
You're very knowledgeable, sir.
That was actually a really detailed answer. I didn't expect him to be so serious. Okay, what does this lead me to? To Oxamor, okay.
They export all over Vitus now, all the way to Sid Kaim. I answered your question, so now it's my turn.
Okay.
A group like yourselves of such varied personalities. How did you meet?
Unfortunate circumstances. I looked between Leos and Fawn. How did we meet?
So
Think quick.
I met Fawn after I started my journey to Stagwitch. One thing led to another, and he decided to join. Right?
Right.
And Red?
He tried to kill us.
Leos? He,
I'm just along to protect them. Pay me enough and I'll do anything.
Oh, really? I'll keep that in mind.
We're doing it, I guess. Have you ever been in love? Thinking on the new things that I've learned lately, this is something I'm curious about.
have you ever been in love?
What?
This isn't really the time to.
Hush, Fawn. I need information. I don't know anything. And you're not being forthcoming without being embarrassed.
Have I ever been in love? Who asks that?
Me! Us! Rain!
Of all the questions you could ask someone like me, that's what you want to know?
Yes. I shrugged at him.
Sorry. I thought you said you'd answer my questions. Was I wrong?
I messed around with a few guys when I was younger. Was I in love? Sure. At the time, it felt like it.
It felt like it?
You tend to get consumed by the other person at the time, but looking back, it was probably just lust or not wanting to be alone. Love's a little deeper than that.
Really? Can you explain it to me?
He raised his eyebrow at my question, but continued talking anyway. I wish the screen wouldn't move. It's gonna, like, be awful editing. I'm sorry, you're gonna be like jump cut, jump cut, jump cut from all the... how do you say? There's probably one right now. From all the not being able to read.
Ah, jeez, why am I giving out relationship advice to a kid? People often describe love as some happy feeling you get in your chest when you get along perfectly with your partner. It's more than that. It's the choice to stick by them through difficult times, through sickness, disagreements, and all the stupid things that either of you do. That's what makes your relationship stronger. Sometimes it has to be hard and hurt a little. It's all a part of the experience. It's exposing yourself and putting your complete trust in another person. This goes both ways, too. If only one person is putting in the effort, then is that really love anymore?
Sounds difficult.
What about you, then? I'll be honest, this is a little weird to be chatting about so casually, but, you haven't ever been in love?
His eyes hovered on Fawn for a second before moving to Leos.
You have a few handsome bachelors right here.
Oh my god, please!
I, still don't really know what it feels like. Leos?
Sounds like a waste of time.
Fawn's like, maybe...
One little birdie is staying quiet.
I haven't.
Sometimes being honest with yourself is the hardest part.
Stagwitch was long gone now. When I looked out the landscape, it was filled with fields and farms with the occasional cottage or ranch. It was peaceful, watching the world go by from a gently rocking wagon. Well, it would have been peaceful, but there were too many noisy people in such a small place for it to be quiet.
I have a question.
Okay. A wide smile spread over his face as he stretched out casually.
What were your judgments?
No, we don't know if that's a thing outside the world. Don't.
What?
You know, your judgments. What do the gods have to say about you three?
No! No! Beep! Run away! Don't answer it! Don't answer it! I looked at Leo's, but his eyes looked just as panicked as mine.
Judgments? What's that?
Thank God, thank God, thank God. Fawn looked at the green-haired man with a straight face.
Stop babbling nonsense.
Fair enough. Forget I asked.
Oh! Thank God we have Fawn.
Well, we've got a long journey ahead of us. Best I get some beauty sleep.
I don't think sleep will help with that.
Oh, you should give it a try too.
Oh. With a laugh, he leant backwards enough for Varys to hop onto his chest away from the wind.
Feel free to sleep for the rest of the trip if you want.
We couldn't. Aren't you tired too?
Not had stopped the green-haired man. His eyes were already shut.
I'm used to it. I travel overnight a few times a week.
Offer to sit in front, offer to Fawn to sit in front, offer for Leos to sit in front. Well, we'll go to sleep then. Offer to sit in front.
How about I join you up front for a while? You three can get some rest first.
Be my guest.
Are you sure? Aren't you worn out too?
Heck yeah, but also pretty lady.
I'm fine for now. I'll make sure to get sleep when I get tired.
Leos leaned in close to my ear.
Try to be more careful with your words. He might look like he's sleeping, but I don't trust it.
Okay, thank you for the warning.
Okay.
I love you. I climbed up front and joined Lilas.
Hey.
So pretty.
Hello.
What to talk about? We sit in silence for a few minutes, but it didn't feel awkward. I think she's a woman of few words.
So, I was wondering, how long have you been driving this wagon?
This one? The last 3 years. They've been the happiest years of my life.
Really? What did you do before then?
Before, I attended the local school in Oxabor. As the years went by, I found it wasn't for me.
It wasn't?
I felt lost. I felt like every single person around me was succeeding, and I was the only person stuck in the same place. But I didn't want to be a disappointment. My family put everything into my education. All of their savings were gone. They told me I would be the one to bring them glory and happiness. I felt the weight of their expectations on my shoulders every day. So I stayed in school for another year. By the end of it, my friends and family told me I looked empty. At the time, I wasn't sure what an empty person looked like, but I wanted to fix it. When I finally told them how I felt, they cried for me. They said that my happiness comes before anything else.
Oh.
So I decided to travel. I quit school, bought this wagon, and started a small business. Whenever I can, I make deliveries myself.
Did it help?
She smiled slightly.
You tell me.
Well, it seems like you're happy. I'd probably describe her as a loaf, but not empty. I guess that answers my question.
And what about you?
What about me?
Me? I helped out in the orphanage that I grew up in all my life. Now, I guess you could say I'm traveling too.
Knowledge enriches your mind, but traveling enriches your soul. Both are important, but you have to find a balance that works for you.
That's a nice way to look at it.
God, they're both cute. Just end me. End my queer ass.
So, what's Oxabor like?
Oxabor, it's... Deep down, it's a beautiful place. Below the grime and the politics. Lately, strange things have been going on. I'll warn you now, if you intend to stay there, be careful.
Okay. I poked my head back into the wagon. The three of them were already fast asleep. Well, at least one of them is supposed to be.
I'll tell them when they wake up. They're already fast asleep.
You seem close to them, each in a different way.
We all only met a few days ago, but it feels like a lot longer. I think Fawn and I get along pretty naturally. Leos and I didn't start out on the right foot, but I feel like we're getting closer now, too. I trust them both. Don't tell Leos I told you that, though. But the green-haired guy? I don't really know him. Sorry he just jumped on board.
One freeloader or 5 of them, it makes no difference to me. Tell me, is there a special one among them?
No! Not until I find the other boy. We only saw a glimpse of him, and then he ran away. I want to meet him before I say anything else.
Special? Well,
I think Leo's is special to me. Fawn and I had an instant connection. Maybe I haven't met that person yet. Or they're both special to me. Let's just go with the neutral option. They're both special to me.
Both of them are important and special to me. I wouldn't be here if not for them.
That's nice. Being surrounded by people you trust is important. I wouldn't be where I am now without my special people. You must be tired. You should join your friends and get some rest. When you wake up, we should be there.
Okay.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Of course. Good night.
I climb back to where Leos and Fawn were sleeping and get comfortable. Looks like it'll be a rocky night's sleep.
What a day.
Oh
Time to clean up and go home, I reckon.
We're ending it here. Thank you everyone for joining me. Again, if you're interested in playing the demo yourself, supporting the devs, link in the description. If you want to watch from the beginning, I have a playlist. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye! I swear to God, if like they come in here and destroy him, I'm gonna be so upsetty. I want to keep going, but I gotta stop.